So today I will be presenting a presentation about making the case of Feras Naser valuation. This case is about trying to understand the violations that has happened in Feras Naser life, the human rights violations, and his notable prototypes or his contribution to the humanity heritage or the humanity innovation heritage. This is an important part of my life because I need to make the valuation of my life in order to sue the government of Dubai for a compensation of around $100 million. And in order to do that, I have to be able to show that I have a significant value. And this happened through a significant amount of violations as well, a significant amount of contribution, which shapes really my advantage. Someone who has been creating a lot of prototypes, many new ideas under very harsh conditions. So without further ado, let's have a look at the presentations and we shall start presenting. So this is making the case of Feras Naser valuation. And we start this presentation with saying that you can invest on the next technology company, or you can invest in the platform that will create the next wave of innovations. And you will understand this, what we mean by this, by the end of this presentation. Investing in another technology company or investing in the platform that will create the next wave of innovations. We say Feras Naser's story has to be taught in history books as a global innovator who was subjected to serious human rights violations and kept bringing ideas and hope for young people all around the world. And this is the essence of things. Someone who is subjected to a serious amount of restrictions, human rights violations, who keep bringing ideas and keep building things and keep trying to push the boundaries of possible. This struggle should be compared to the fight of Galileo Galilei against the church, someone who believed that the earth revolves around the sun, while the church believed that the earth does not move, or the earth revolves around itself. It can be also compared to Alan Turing case, someone who was misunderstood in a later stage in his life. Feras Naser innovations can be compared to the innovations that you see in the 1001 inventions exhibitions. This invention is about Muslims' inventions all around history, and you can see these innovations. They are very nice prototypes, but they did not see large-scale adoption. So what we will be talking about, we'll be starting talking about the human rights violations against Feras Naser, what kind of violations happened in Feras Naser life. And then we'll talk about his advantage. Then we'll talk about the notable prototypes that he has made and what are the valuation. Then we'll talk about the solution. What is the solution to bring hope out of this story? So the first violation happened around the year 2013, which was a false US case, serious case of hacking a laptop, which I did not do. A completely false case recorded in the US, which led to serious emotional consequences on me and led me to leave my PhD. The second thing that happened, the loss of 40,000 euros in a Dutch bank called ING Bank. It has a branch in Poland. I wire a 40,000 euro to that bank, which has a company name. It's an account with a company name, and the money was lost. We could not get the money back. The German, the Polish, and the Emirati police were well informed about this, and no one has done anything. Then there is a well-documented case highlighting discrimination in the hiring and in the workplace in Dubai, which led to a career loss. There was also the stealing of assets from a government building in Dubai and in front of CCTV cameras, while Dubai police was informed. Also, was the detention in Dubai and holding the passport for 3 months without any accusations. This one is quite serious. The use of cyber warfare, state actor capability, not like normal criminal on the internet, state actor capability and disinformation campaign against Feras Naser. This happens on an ongoing, intermittent basis on my social media channels, sometimes on the email, and so on. So the use of state actor capability and cyber warfare and a disinformation campaign against me. Then talk about the abduction of personal assets. I had a car, Kia Sportage, and Nissan Micra that were lost, completely vanished. We did not find them. I don't just want to go to the details. One of them was abducted by Dubai police and the one just disappeared, vanished. The deprivation of income and opportunity, and this happens until this day. The deprivation of income and opportunity, monitoring of communication, monitoring on alliance and cooperation building, restrictions from support network, like the family members, you can't get any support from the family, and psychological torture from time to time. Ongoing, continuous, and you need to find a way out of it. Now, this is also quite serious. The detention in a mental health facility in Jordan without approval of anyone. This included a squad coming to my home, taking me, placing me in this mental health facility, and I was injected with serious long-term, long-effect injections. Then there was this change of flights. So I was coming from London, my flights changed. I had a stop in Vienna. My flight changed to a stop in Abu Dhabi. I stopped in Abu Dhabi, and in Abu Dhabi, I was detained for 10 days with Dubai for a 5-year-old case. So let us talk about the advantage. What is Feras Naser work? If you meet me in the streets, you'll recognize a very smart individual. Also, you might feel that he does not have a superior look or talent. You might not feel that I'm Superman or I'm a very handsome man. I'm above average, talented, smart, but you will not recognize what I am, what is really special about me. And what is special is that, or what I call it, superiority or being special, is about someone who kept building new ideas and bringing new innovations in a very harsh condition that included serious human rights violations, serious human rights violations. And some of my work can be recognized on a global scale. This is really the essence of things, someone who is working under very hard conditions, keeping hope and staying productive. Now, what is the value of Feras Naser? So if we really want to compensate this, what is the value of Feras Naser? So I have built innovative prototypes that can be scaled to multi-million-dollar ventures, and I'll talk about this. I have also built an ecosystem, and this is what we really need to bring the money for, that can be compared to a multi-billion-dollar ecosystem, such as Dubai Future Foundation. An ecosystem of innovation, of opportunity for young people. You can see this on ferasnaser.com. The ecosystem can build partnerships on a global scale and provide a hope for young people all over the world. Another way of looking at the valuation, that my first salary was $9,000 a month in a highly prestigious company. And ultimately, and this is what the whole thing is all about. No human whatsoever should be subjected to such a treatment, period. No human on earth should be subjected to such a treatment at all. So what is the value of Feras Naser? We are talking about $100 million. This value was fixed in the year 2020. We did not make it very high. We did not make it very low. We just decided to make this value based on our notable prototypes, our innovations, the possibilities of what we could have been done or what we could have become. And we need to give this valuation, and we fix the number because we need to reconcile. We need to move forward with our agenda of innovation, integration, and bringing hope to young people. So we fixed this figure, $100 million. Even we kept inventing the year 2021 and 2022, building new things, but we say this will be the valuation. We'll get this money and we'll extract it from Dubai government, and we'll start a new path for young people all over the world, and we'll open a new chapter. So let's talk about the notable prototypes. And this is when we say it can be compared to 1001 inventions that you have seen in 1001 inventions exhibition. And this, for example, Inspector. Inspector is a handheld voice-enabled inspection system for infrastructure. This device was presented to many decision makers in the Arab world and many decision makers in the world. And you can see this system is being used by many organizations all around the world. What was the advantage of this system? That it used speech recognition for getting the inspection questions. Will this, is the pole in the right conditions? Is the rail in the right condition? Is the pavement, is there any problems with the pavement? And you can take pictures and make notes, and it makes making reports about the infrastructure much easier. This is Inspectro, a multi-million-dollar venture for sure. That's the first prototype, which definitely can be compared to the inventions you see in 1001 exhibitions. Bush's Point, that's another prototype that has unbelievable potential. It's a city-level machine learning system that addresses citizens' requests through a voice. That address citizens' voice requests through connecting them with service providers, such as asking for, I need a plumber, I need someone to help me to take care of my kids, I need someone to help me to take care of my elderly ones. And they just come to your home and you just send a voice message and you get the best care possible. You have someone to track, it's safe. And it can be scaled to the city level. In a city like Singapore or a city like Dubai, this definitely could have been a multi-billion-dollar venture. The other prototype is Snapbook. Snapbook was a mobile app that collects photos and print them as a photo book. And in the photo book, you can put your mobile on the photo and suddenly a video from the past will play. This was one of the earliest attempts to the metaverse. We are talking about 2015. The app reached 10,000 installs and was presented to various investors in UAE, and no one has pushed this forward. Now, there was another important prototype that I have built in the year 2014, which was a drone for accident assessment. This was presented to serious and very high-level important figures in UAE. It was a very early attempt to the world of drones. We could have been pioneers in this technology. We could have been building drones till this day, but we could not see the light. That was a drone that we have built for accident assessment, and we proposed that we should build an academy for building drones and working with robotics. Another notable prototype is Club-in-One. Club-in-One was a web portal to collect psychometric assessment and information of candidates and make sure we can build teams out of them. The test the team was proposed to many The team was proposed to various entities in UAE, and again, it did not see the light. These are just some of the prototypes which could have been a multi-million-dollar ventures, some of them even a billion-dollar venture. Now we talk about some of the things that we can really look at and see today. So Smart City 2 is an opportunistic and novel narrative for building smarter cities. And this is really, really a very good approach to push the agenda of smart cities in a smart way. So we have the domain ammandowntown.com, and suddenly we see the crown prince of Saudi Arabia saying that he would like to develop the downtown of 12 cities in Saudi Arabia. Sorry. The crown prince of Saudi Arabia saying that he would like to develop the real estate in 12 cities in downtown of Saudi Arabia. And this, by just giving the endorsement from the crown prince to downtown.com.sa, gives a huge valuation to ammandowntown.com. And this also could have been a multi-billion-dollar venture if it has been executed with the right way of looking at things and with the right way of pushing the human connection and the human network and the human needs in the city in a new way. This could be instrumental in changing people's social life, instrumental in addressing people's needs in a new way, instrumental in how people meet, how they talk with each other. This is huge, and this is again one way of looking at our valuation. Now we look at some of the things that is running these days is the online courses we have. We have many courses online: railway systems, autonomous cars, electric cars, and drones, about electric cars, drones, smart city, and AI in healthcare. This is some of the things that we are working on. Now, the ultimate, the gem of all of this, the jewel of the crown. The jewel of the crown is the ecosystem. The ecosystem, ferasnaser.com, it's a website. It's have many ideas on it. These ideas can be instrumental in providing opportunities and hope for young people all over the world, starting from where we are, starting from Jordan, and it's built on 5 new pillars. The first pillar is access to ideas, access to enablers, access to networks, access to a growth-focused course, and access to a business center. This can provide opportunities and global opportunities in building partnerships with Europe and partnerships with many areas around the world. And I lead the execution on some of these businesses. So this shows us a little bit about the valuation and where did this valuation has come from. So what is the value of Feras Naser? We are talking about the fixed number of $100 million. So what's the solution? How we really can get this valuation? So we need to build a win-win case to rebuild trust among nations. Many mistakes happened all over the world, and we need to find a way to bring things together and to create the next wave of innovation and move forward. So we decided to be a beacon for hope, for innovation and integration on a global scale, and a beacon of hope for Arab nations in particular, who are failing behind in terms of innovation and economic development. So building trust among nations, building a platform for innovations, we need to get the money, the $100 million, to bring people together and build trust again, build a hope example, and push even the hope for the Arab nations in terms of innovation and economic development. So what's the solution? The valuation, which is that $100 million, can be taken voluntarily or through proper legal measures against Dubai government. The easiest way and the most practical way is to raise a case against the government of Dubai. As some of the violations happened in Dubai, Dubai coordinates with the other parties and collects the money. This is really the best way and the easiest way to do things. I admit there is a challenge. It is really a true challenge in our current times. It is a disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace. But there is a challenge in finding a moral political system who would like to take this case forward. Without the support of political system, this case would not achieve its objective. It will be $100 million case. This case is about coming together, building hope, and moving forward. And you need the support of the political system to empower young people on a global scale. Now, it should be noted that the judicial system might be costly, sometimes takes a very long time, and the results can be uncertain. However, we clearly stated that we are willing to take this case forward if our case was sponsored. If the case was sponsored, we move forward. The compensation money, is $100 million, will be channeled to Feras Naser innovation ecosystem, providing greater opportunity for young people all around the world and for the youth negotiation movement. Now I need to talk about notes on the level of hate. The level of hate that Feras Naser is subjected to is global in nature. It drives very young people easily to the path of violence, crime, and terrorism. It is unbelievable that this happened in so many countries, and we really need to overcome this. And the amount of restrictions and the amount of deprivation of income and deprivation of opportunity, the psychological stress, it easily push anyone to violence, crime, and terrorism. And with the increasing level of stresses in life in general, it's important that we tell the stories, how people stay productive and good in nature in spite of hard economical and environmental conditions. Really, we need to tell these stories. Now, the potential for investment. Many countries around the world now, it's where people channel their investment these days. Where is the money going in terms of what we need to build next? So there are many hypes and around emerging fields such as metaverse, quantum computing, AI, blockchain, Internet of Things. I'm not saying this is wrong, but sometimes it's really a big bubble, a big hype, takes years, and you don't see anything tangible that people are using. COVID-19 vaccines, in 2 years, billions of vaccines were all over the world. These concepts, people talk about them for years and years and years, and the money spent here and the money spent there, and you can't see what has been actually achieved. And Arabs tend to follow this blindlessly. Now, this limits the ability of other high growth potentials from seeing the light, such as FerasNaser.com, the ecosystem, Smart City 2, Inspectro, Wishes Point, Club in One, Snapbook. All of these concepts does not see the light because there is a focus on other areas. And also, it's a choice. You can hype around indigenous ideas powered by local entrepreneurs and hopefully by global connections or global partnerships, Italian, Jordanian, Chinese, Italian, Jordanian, Indian, Saudi, American, Swedish. We don't know what kind of combination we can get out of our partnerships, and you can hype about their ideas rather than you hype around global trends. Some of the failed hype. So there was money already put on drones, Hyperloop, and blockchain, and still you can't reap the benefits. You still can't see the benefit. So it's a choice where you will be channeling your money. And we end this presentation by this picture looking at the candle. The candle is presenting hope in this in this very dark night. And the question will always be, will the darkness prevail? I leave this to you to think about. So this was our presentation about making the valuation of Feras Naser, or making the case for Feras Naser valuation. I hope you like it. Please support us. And if you know anyone that can help, please don't hesitate to reach us. Thank you very much and take care.